Coach, it's one thing to work on defending with their guards, but just, I mean, how much of a tough matchup is Oklahoma State's guard? Smart does a little bit of everything. Forte shoots. Brown gets to the basket. How much of a challenge is this compared to what else you've had to defend against this season?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think they scored 63 of their 80 or something like that, something ridiculous like that. They're hard to guard. Because they can spread you so much, and I'm sorry, Forte has such great range that he really spreads you. I mean, you think you got him, and he just steps a couple steps back. And Brown is probably as good an athlete as there is in the league, so they're good. They're good. It still comes down to Smart makes plays. That's probably the best three guards in the league.
Is he the top freshman, you think, Smart?
I don't know. I think it depends on the day. Him or McLemore, maybe. McLemore's pretty good. Just a barrage of questions today.
You guys have had your issues with the quote-unquote pure shooters, Spradling, Hesler, obviously Forte. Talking to Jabari, he said a lot of that is just guys helping off of the guy when they shouldn't. Is on-ball defense, denying dribble penetration so you don't have to help, that much more critical in a game like this because of what he can do?
On-ball defense is critical anytime. But you don't necessarily have to help off of guys that are going to make shots either. And you don't help off ball side guys. And we've done that, like 100 times it seems like. And you don't have to help. That's what weak side helps for. And we've just, for whatever reason, not followed the scouting report.
Contrast the first few minutes of the game that you had against them the first time with what went wrong after. What was the key to the hot start that you guys had, and what sort of devolved from that point?
I think they initially tried to come out and get us, and we spread them and back cut them, and Dennis played well. Second part of it, we just gave them the ball. We had a freshman taking the ball out of bounds, and I didn't recognize the out of bounds play because I don't think we were in one. And we threw them the ball, and then they threw a little kind of almost token pressure at us, and we gave it to them. And then we drove through pressure and shot a layup that hit the bottom of the backboard, which led to a breakaway dunk, and then they went back playing the 2-3 matchup that they play, and we didn't and haven't handled sometimes adversity very well. And then we just missed a bunch of shots, and we missed shots by guys that were making shots.
Is there a time when you've handled adversity well this year? I'm trying to think of when you've...
Well, when you have to think that hard, Dave, we probably haven't done it very well.
Is that a product of, I don't know, the roster or the youth?
I was thinking this morning, if we really look back, you were there. We had the Connecticut game one, first round of the Big East tournament, and we just handed it to them. Same guys. It's the same guys, and you say, well, they're sophomores, and last year we said, well, they're freshmen, and they'll get better, and they've got to get better, right? Because we have constantly kind of just giving the ball to people for some unexplained reasons. I mean, if you remember the Connecticut game, we were just standing there holding the ball, and Napier just stole it from us out of our hands twice and went and shot layups, which is kind of unexplainable. And there were a lot of those. There were a lot of those kind of things that happened to the same guys a year ago, and they're the same guys that we're playing now. I don't know if that's, I don't know that's adversity. I think it's. We did it at the Texas Tech game. You get ahead and then you just kind of relax and stop playing. And I think the thing that we've been pretty good at here is that we have really been pretty consistent on trying to play every play. Don't take plays off. Guys would constantly talk about, let's don't take plays off. And this group has taken plays off on a consistent basis.
Is there anything you can try to correct that you haven't already tried before?
No, but I'm open to suggestions. It's got to come down to. Day wouldn't, I don't think, mind me telling you this. Day took some plays off when he was a sophomore. And he wasn't in the kind of physical condition that he eventually got himself into, and he was a sophomore, and as he got, the following year and the year after that, he didn't do the things he did when he was a sophomore. He didn't take plays off. Oklahoma game in Charleston, I remember, his guy gets 5 points in 2 possessions, and he just kind of was taking a play off. NCAA tournament, but you talk to him, and he really took it to heart. And I think that's where these guys have got to get to. It's not like they don't know. It's not like they haven't heard it. They kind of regurgitate everything that coaches say right back to you guys. It sounds good, but do they mean it?